Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Genshin video. After playing the card game and stuff, I thought we should get into the Archon quest now, which is the Interlude chapter. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's just get going and see where that leads us.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Okay, my dude.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Damn, sure.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention
Tatara Suna?
But that's all the way,
That is very far away from where we are right now.
Is Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Yeah, I guess. Let's go in. Listen. Go listen in. I can't talk.
Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
Inversion of Genesis. That is a cool title, but I don't understand what it means. Hello, dear friends, my fellow researchers.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper.
I guess, yeah, I agree.
If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, well, talk about me? Oh, looking for me? My god, I'm speaking like one of those mages.
You're the traveler, you say?
What do you mean,
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence.
No one ever says Paimon's name. They just call her like a floating creature or floating thing or silver-haired companion.
So what, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of...
Hey, that's kind of like me, you know? We have something in common, except I'm not a nerd.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara?
I'm pretty sure she will.
Actually, we don't know much
Never
about
mind.
that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see.
Sorry I can't help this time, but I will help anyway because this is probably a 2-hour quest.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara Suna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatara Suna.
Sure, go ahead.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
I'd rather not.
I'll give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine...
I don't want to read anymore. I've read so many research papers. I even had to read my own research paper for like 10 times. No thank you. No more essays.
He threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual...
Oh, that's Scaramouche. That's Scaramouche.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatara Suna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yeah.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Okay.
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
I've never seen anyone so excited about their research paper. I'm sorry, it's just...
It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Congrats for your confirmation.
Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Okay. Could it be?
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yeah. Somewhat.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically,
Oh my
Niwa
god,
is
this
a
guy.
representative of the Kaidahara clan, the large
Oh.
practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
You know, maybe.
The Kaidahara clan?
Kazuha? Are we gonna ask Kazuha?
You left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Yeah, okay, so it's Scaramouche. For sure. Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon mage should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. It's Scaramouche, come on. Yes, it's the balladeer.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Claire at Paimon hopes she keeps her mouth shut.
No. Paimon just meant... how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
Wow, Paimon actually is smart here.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take it.
No, I don't want to read your book. Stop.
Oh, and please read my essay draft. as well.
Stop! I don't want to read your essay. Oh my... Yes, it is all very interesting.
Sawada is encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it.
I will read it later on though, because it is part of the lore and I'm interested. It's just... when they say book and essay, it just puts me off.
Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Okay.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to...
Okay, that's actually kind of good. Yeah, it sounds more like a novel.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Yeah, I guess.
Point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
Yeah, just don't let me read it.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
I guess, sure. Are these two sus? I don't know. They might just be innocent researchers, but I don't know.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes, Paimon.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Yes.
As Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Excuse me? What? Wait. What's Scaramouche doing?
Did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Nahida? Are you just letting him...
It can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Wait, Nahida is just letting him roam free. Nahida, please explain.
Traveler, Paimon, there you
Yes, there we are.
Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public.
She probably let him out on purpose.
Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
No.
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey, what are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Please, yes.
It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Huh.
Deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Because we're in a cutscene, I can't fight you.
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated.
Yep.
Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Alright, dude.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Oh god, okay.
I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Oh, is that why his character isn't, like, as good as... Okay, I mean, oh no, his character is good. Like, his damage is good. Just not as good as, like, some of the other DPSs we already have.
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he tossed you out like trash. Wow, that sounds a lot like what A did, but A did it out of, like, I guess, love? I'm not sure because A wanted to set him free, right? But
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers.
Okay, that's a bit twisted.
As long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame. That sounds so sarcastic. Come on, Lumi.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
No.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to him.
I don't know. I feel like we should give this a
Let's put
try.
that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Wait, how?
Nahida, are you serious about
I mean, she's a god of wisdom. She's been here around for 500 years, so I think she knows what she's doing.
Yes,
Yeah, just a simple yes.
I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me? Oh, that's so nice.
As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on
Wait,
that?
really? Is that why we actually... okay. Well,
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am.
okay.
He
True.
was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you, though?
Exactly. Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him. He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him.
And don't forget that time we almost got poisoned to death in Inazuma.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on.
I guess? Yeah.
How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Well, currently it's a PlayStation 5, but yeah.
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Damn, that got deep.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection.
I don't know about that one.
I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
See, he only has a fraction of his power left. This is why, like, Hoyoverse doesn't want to give him to us as a whole character because it would be too powerful. I got it though, Nahida.
Great. Thank you.
No, you're thank
Prepare
you.
yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Wait, is that gonna be like another map?
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Is it?
The colors are gentler.
I guess.
That must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
No. And there isn't World Forget Me anymore.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nahida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Oh, you wanna go, boy?
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
You know, this kind of reminds me of the Yggdrasil from the Norse mythology.
Unlike anywhere else,
It's kind of what it is.
Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's
By the time this mission's over, you and the Wanderer is gonna be great friends.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Well, you know, I'll take the compliment. At least you call my eyes pretty.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than I.
Well, to be fair, he has been doing it for 400 years.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
The snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all the biting sarcasm.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Damn.
Is this a small sapling?
I think we just step into it.
Darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yeah, we just step into it. It's like a portal, right?
Wow.
Oh my god.
So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined. Well, I was imagining just inside of a like hollow tree, but yeah, this is
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like
it's a tree inside of a tree.
sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
I kind of want to go off the beating track just to see what would happen. No, there's an invisible wall. It's a small tree, branch sort of thing.
These sapling things have spread out.
Wait, what?
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
But we're going the opposite way now. Are we supposed to avoid that? He said not to touch them, but you're walking towards it. Okay.
It looks the same in every direction.
It's another, oh.
We're here.
What a huge tree!
Yeah. Center of Vermisol. All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he has similar role in the Futui. Yeah. He's number 6, right?
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
This is pretty.
For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Nahida, is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Yeah, just don't think about your search history and you're fine. You don't want Nahida to find you out.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Like, Luming is thinking about Paimon as emergency food. Paimon is just thinking about food.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Yeah, you're right.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for other people. For others. Oh my god.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is this about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Oh, hell yeah. I like it when people call me smart. Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Yeah, that place. Yeah. Yep.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
I mean, right now he's always angry, but I guess because of what happened to him before.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into 2 people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of them.
That's God of wisdom for you.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Oh? How interesting. Those 2 managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
Yeah, that's why Paimon said it's a guessay, not an essay.
So the Gesse got it right?
Must be a riveting conversation you 3 are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What?
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
I mean, yeah, you don't know that. But yeah, we have every right to keep certain things confidential. Yeah.
course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Didn't Nahida tell you?
Probably.
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
You found something?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Information node.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Ooh, about
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's who? Whoa, that was trippy.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now.
What?
You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated.
Yeah, they're like Virgil.
As
Motivated.
I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy.
But who am I though?
Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
He kind of looks like Teppei, but with a different set of clothing on and beard.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
Okay.
You flatter me.
Escher?
From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do.
Okay, wow, I don't know what's going on.
To get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Oh, he's about to kill him.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Oh.
Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Man, those eyeballs were twitching. What?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
He has a dagger.
You have all your answers by now.
Don't. Is he about to kill him?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Oh.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
Oh.
You...
No. What?
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
It's the Torre.
If you
It's the doctor. Oh.
There's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Oh.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
The Torre? Oh my god.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity.
Yeah.
I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
Minor inconvenience?
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind.
Scaramouche?
It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
Okay, but why would the doctor do that though? I don't know if he
has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world.
Okay, Dottore.
It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target.
He's already dead.
So
Oh.
you're lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead. What a pity.
Oh my god.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and
Jester?
infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Okay. So did he place Niwa's soul into Scaramouche?
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore.
Everything's glitching out.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
He was the one behind the Tatara Suna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace.
Oof.
You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
There was no betrayal. This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the Doctor's experiment? If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
That's actually really sad.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, The doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began.
Oof.
It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future.
That's why people should eat apples every single day, to keep him away.
Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
Oh my god. That's a huge lie.
The withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
No.
Holy
Damn.
moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden 100 years ago. Damn. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
A while later, there we go.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Yep.
Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Yeah.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan. Oh, come on, Lumi, really?
Won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
Dang. That's a sad story.
Fortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
I don't know. Not unexpected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
Yeah.
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Oh, so it wasn't Mondstadt.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Heavenly Principles?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
Another Fatui Harbinger.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes.
Yep.
Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Is he about to...
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Ooh, we're holding hands? Okay.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you.
Paimon's not happy about this.
So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
I don't know. Why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Wait, that look, did you see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Uh-oh, I think by now...
So long.
Wait!
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
I didn't even... Wait, why did I skip the dialogue?
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
But, Paimon, we have to stop him.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Actually, I have you as a character, so I'll be seeing you real soon.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer!
Um...
He disappeared! Come on, we gotta find him somehow!
This is not great. I don't think he's here anymore. Maybe we have to jump inside the tree.
Oh no, he's really gone!
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
Yeah, that would be the Balladeer.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out!
Oh god, this is going great.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Okay, but how is... Oh, never mind. A character is currently involved in another quest. No, okay. Well, I guess he'll come back after I complete the Nahida quest then. Oops.
2 hours later.
Alright, Nahida, what you got for me, girl?
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
But I want to find Scaramouche. I'm sorry, the Wanderer. No, I want to help you.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency?
Okay, fine.
Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone.
Okay. We shall stay at this, kind of a nice inn, actually.
I can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Maybe he just likes Lumine that much. Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladier's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata for now, and focus on the Balladier.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
It's not easy, that's for sure. I thought that I was gonna say that's impossible, but Lumine thinks it's not easy.
You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
No, but Greater Lord Rukkhadevata already did it. She just doesn't know.
Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's so confused.
Hey, same here, Paimon. Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. Okay, Paimon, be careful, but are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladier's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him.
I mean, I guess that's true, but he's gonna turn good, right? I mean, he's gonna get his animal vision.
There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Indeed, if the Balladier does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma would be affected. I can't imagine what that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to Raiden Gokuden, Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Will this mean they'll disappear? No, I think they will just forget.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
Yeah. ...
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither.
So,
Neither? I don't
how
know.
about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things. Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety.
Ooh, stew, burgers, sushi.
Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom.
Yeah, I don't know about the
skewers,
mushroom.
tea break
Oof.
pancakes, cream stew, sauteed matsutake, and Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying
Oh
salad.
my god.
Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and...
What's going on? Are we gonna fall asleep? What? Paimon? You good? Paimon, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now?
What?
Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the Balladier, right?
The Balladier? Is that a food too?
Alright, dude. Okay.
Weird name?
You're playing with me here. Paimon. Oh my god, Lumine's shook face. Paimon doesn't remember the Balladier. That must mean he actually pulled it off? But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
I mean, yes, but I'm going to lie about it and say, no, it's nothing.
So, the Balladier. Is that someone's name? 'Cause or something.
Well, he's called the Wanderer now, so we can go with that. If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Yeah, now is not the time to explain. My god, I'm the only one who remembers the Balladeer.
We've made it! To Amanoma's
Yes, we have.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokuden. Could you tell me that story one more time?
No. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun.
Ooh, Raiden Shogun!
Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
Yeah, it is. I just want to know what changed.
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
It's okay. I've heard worse.
The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Okay.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster.
Okay, so that's a bit different already.
Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. If only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately.
Oh my god.
Killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life.
I'm so confused now.
That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmith. It looks like the balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
Phew, so he still exists. And he's the same Kazuha I know. Things don't seem as bad as I feared last night. Okay. Now that you say that, it's gonna get worse. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right?
Yeah, don't tell me, Paimon. You just want to eat.
Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon.
Okay.
On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
I'm glad to hear that. Alright, we visiting the Kamisato siblings?
Sure. This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Ayaka? Ayaka?
Traveler, it's been a while.
What the hell is that voice? What? That voice does not fit you at all.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Okay, at least they're still alive. That's good.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get...
I'll wait for years just to see Ayaka. Let's go.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. We'll take you up on that offer. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
Good.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks.
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Ma'am, can I ask you a couple of questions, please?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you.
Oh, is there anything else she said about me?
What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf.
I don't know. You sound very sus.
As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
Okay.
So pretty much business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
I guess so.
Very much so.
Ayato is still the Yashiro Commissioner. Ayaka is still the lady of the house. No changes here. Oh god, we're gonna go to Raiden Shogun and she's gonna be causing havoc as somewhere. As far as I can see, nothing has changed in the Yashiro Commission either. I don't know. I was expecting as much. But it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Well, got any more questions?
That's for all for now. Many thanks.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend.
Oh my god, guys, I have a
She's
chance.
always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
Man, I wish someone could talk about me like that in real life. I'm flattered.
I mean it. All right then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
Wow, she's very lively for an old lady.
Are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels.
You still sound really weird.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something? Or someone?
Or both.
Do my eyes
Oh, it's Professor Xavier.
Is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Xavier?
Oh, Xavier. We forget what I just said.
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Really? He's the one we're looking for? Do you know much about Tarasuna?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history.
Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago.
You don't know, do you?
I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation, goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
Okay.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too.
Was it Dottore? It was Dottore, please.
Say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Mechanica? Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all the ensuing chaos.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask him!
I am. Give me time,
I
Paimon.
realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Yeah, pretty much. So can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you heard of Kabukimono connected to Tarasuna? Man, that took a lot out of me to pronounce, and I hope I didn't butcher it.
Kimono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a Kabuki Mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
So there's no more Kabukimono? Did the Balladeer really manage to erase himself from history completely? If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was. But so far, it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Well, and others, people don't know the Balladeer existed anymore, so it affected everyone else too. Thank you, Xavier. No, Xavier.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Farewell, good sir. From Fontaine.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Time to go back and see Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you.
What's up with me? You're the one who's forgotten everything.
Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Okay, now I want to hug you. Thank you, Paimon.
Hey, don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Please don't tell me Lesser Lord Kusanali forgotten about this as well.
Hey, it's them.
Aquaba? Oh god, it's you guys.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Oh god, how's your essay going? Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
I don't have a moment. I'm actually here to see Nahida.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
Paimon, excuse me?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh? Should we join them?
Perfect. These two have researched Tarasuna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
Okay, goodbye then. The article that you let me read last time was great, yeah.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah, it's great. Alright, dude.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well.
Okay. You presumed, but... Miyazaki. God damn it, I hate Miyazaki. After the crap he put me through and through all his Dark Souls Bloodborne games. The content has changed, another effects of tampering with the information in Irminsul. The balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names, but if he really succeeded, it must have taken all of his might, but still.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece, yeah.
Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma, so how about we tell them what we learned?
Sure.
What did you find out? Something big?
Yes, huge. Gigantic.
Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Wow. So
Wow.
new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Okay, now about the Mora that you...
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true.
Yes, the Amanoma clan, yes.
Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
Jeez, chill, dude.
Back at it. These guys are really into this.
We've got some things to take care of. Bye for now.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
Okay, but I will come back for my Mora with interest.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Are those spikes supposed to be there? Nahida, help us! Please, Nahida, good news, please.
Yeah, we're here.
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
You're saying that as if you haven't met us before, like, about the Scaramouche thing.
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the balladeer. Do not tell me you forgot, Nahida.
The balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name.
You don't see this right now, but I'm actually upset. I'm face palming so hard right now. Oh no.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
No! Even Nahida doesn't remember. Just like last time, any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I am the record keeper.
Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. Grazer Lord Rukkhadevata died. We never talked to A about this. I wonder if she still remembers.
That's quite a story.
Yeah.
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we...
Because he messed with the information Irmin, so please remember.
Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
This feels like ReZero, when Subaru has to tell everyone, well, couldn't tell everyone. He can keep coming back.
Has he literally changed the world?
Yes.
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Tevat. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again, yeah. That's my reaction.
I'm having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm not really sure. Well, I mean, he's kind of a ass, but he's a great character. We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything, or save someone, or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
I just feel empty. Yo, same, girl.
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again.
Probably. I mean, he was still... Was he evil at that point in Irminsul? I don't think he was. He just had an attitude.
He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try.
I wonder if the Balladeer still remembers everything. Because if he is part of this world, so if he erased it from Irminsul, he himself probably doesn't remember that he erased everything, right?
The story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends.
I mean, he only changed like the world's memory of him, but not the actual past events. They replaced him with other people, is all.
It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated the tragic and could not be saved. Yeah. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
Sure, Nahida.
Found it. This should be the one.
Wow, okay. Is that a light cube?
I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
What does that mean?
You should take a look.
Surprisingly, the information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This matches everything I said. What?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
Wait, what?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Huh?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the Kabukimono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact.
Oh, so she essentially wrote in a way where it replaced Balladeer with, like, other characters, but, like, the same things happen, right? That's clever.
Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
Damn, that's it. That's God of Wisdom for you.
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the balladeer.
Damn, that was smart. I didn't expect that. What?
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own.
Damn, I love this art, actually.
Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself.
Lament!
At its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain.
What?
The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster, It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames."
Oh, the monster is the Torre. And the kitten is Scaramouche. And the fox was Niwa? Oh my god.
The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
That took me a long time to figure out. Stop.
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
Damn, if that was a published story, I'd read it.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet.
Okay, so now that you remember, that's good, right?
It was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use.
Okay.
I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion.
Yeah, it's...
Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world.
Oh, wait, so does that mean he kind of like did the whole journey backwards? Like, he is, you know, last destination was Mondstadt, so it was like Conria and then all the other nations, Sumeru, Inazuma, Liyue, and then Mondstadt. And then when he got to Mondstadt, that's when Lumine joined the world, and she starts to fight Mondstadt, and then the story continues from there. I think, probably.
We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
So, there's only 10 Harbingers now? I never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather. Well, I mean, that's just real life, man. Just real life.
I wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
Yeah.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot.
Damn. I'm getting like life advice from a 500-year-old baby.
Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination.
Okay.
And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of hungry.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got it. Come on, traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
Alright, we're at the Grand Bazaar.
We're here. What should we eat first?
Food, of course. I have a nagging feeling. Like there's something I'm missing. Something important that I'm forgetting.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Paimon just wants food. Sorry, it's just... Give me a moment. I'm still processing. Lumine's gonna walk off.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Are we gonna see Nilou? That would be cool. Come on, brain. Let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Irminsul and deleting oneself. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, forbidden knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
I guess so. Yes, that was it. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali to do the deletion for her? There would be no point. So he got someone else to do it?
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But this is a crucial important detail. It's simply not possible for the balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case, the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look.
Okay, dude, you can't just do what you did and show up here like it was nothing and order food. Wanderer. Wait for the textures load. Okay, there it is.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss.
He forgot too. I was right. Right? He forgot too.
I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Where's your animal vision?
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That's the balladeer.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess.
What?
I have bigger
What?
things to worry about.
What?
Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander.
Because he's the wanderer.
Are you a drifter or something?
No, he's a wanderer.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetius, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
We follow him. We talk.
Stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Oh no, this is a stealth section, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. We good, we good, we good.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetius? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Shush, Paimon.
All right.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it. Me neither. Huh?
You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, explain.
He spotted us.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before?
Plenty of times, actually.
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I mean, he just changed from purple to blue.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right. The look on his face.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a
No, okay.
Seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you. Please tell me it's right in Shogun.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
You don't think it's the Torre who erased him?
That's oddly nice of you.
Yeah.
Take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Alright then.
Then let's return to the city.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Friends, I guess?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry?
Yeah, he doesn't. You don't remember, do you?
But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
She doesn't know. You don't remember.
No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Oh god. Okay. Alright, Nikita, please refresh his memories, please.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You say that you are trekking across to Vat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Because he was wandering around, right?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
I guess because his personality is completely different.
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Kind of an ass, but you know. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil.
Yeah.
You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Nahida tells the Wanderer about his past.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong.
I guess, yeah.
Dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
I mean, you're great now.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
We were each other's enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth? ...
Dot.
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random
You know what? I feel you there, Paima.
He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Yes.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
I can just imagine him getting these memories back and returning to his old self.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves.
Oh, I was born ready. Let's go. Oh, this is a domain. Hell yeah, let's go. Sure, I'll go with Bloom, my wet grass team.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Yes, ma'am, Nahida.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
It's VR.
It's a good thing we came along.
Or like, we're isekai'd into his memories.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
I don't know how to answer to that.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
No, we had to once, but that was... And now we're just finishing the job.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
Oh, it's gonna be...
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners?
Oh, the Torres
There's
thing.
no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. Hmm? There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake.
Oh.
What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
Okay.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Oh, that's sad.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor.
Oh, he's gone.
As a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa.
Damn.
But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Damn, that's actually kind of sad.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face.
Oh!
Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
There's gonna be enemies here, surely. Oh, there's a chest.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He
Wait,
doesn't remember his
start?
name. Well,
Oh.
we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
Okay, we don't want to touch Electro. So that's a bit awkward. Yep, that was pretty bad. Okay, ooh. Let's not do that again.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
I hear voices.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
Oh, is this the kid that died? Oh, was friends with him?
I was abandoned, like you.
Oh.
I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
Oh, God.
You can't. You promised me.
Yup, We're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him.
But the mom?
After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still
Oh gosh.
The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
Oh. Wait, is he starting to remember?
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Okay. No, I knew that was gonna happen.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you.
Oh.
I've been waiting.
What? I'm not even standing on that.
Our truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Okay, so he's getting recruited. Alright, cool. Oh no, we're back here. I remember this.
This place is
Tepe! No! This is bringing back memories of Tepe.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this
Ooh, Signora! They brought her back.
competent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
Okay, Signora.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
Yeah, die in the story so it can progress.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Oof.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I mean, he has the right to. Because you did end up thinking you were invincible, and you did let your feelings get the best of you.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
Okay. I like how Child gets added.
Fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Damn, Signora.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
Oh, that would be me.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Just don't return to your old self, please.
Why are you staring at me in silence?
Am I?
Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right? Witch?
Witch? Yes.
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an...
Sure, I do. I mean, I'm pretty sure he counts that as an asset.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, this is the factory where he was being turned into a god.
Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome.
Okay.
Forward to a fruitful collaboration.
God damn it, Dottore.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine.
Oh, but he didn't though.
Unable to move
No, he did.
independently of it.
Oh, that's why when the strings or when the tubes snapped, he just fell to the floor unconscious. Oh.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
God, I hate
That was
you,
gracefully
Dottore.
Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
Actually, my name is the Wanderer now. Get it right, Doctor?
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
He's the Doctor. He's behind all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Okay, Paimon. Bejeebers.
Let's move on.
Sure, let's go. Oh, the boss fight.
Dear God, do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
Oh.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear.
So, oh wait, you want your memories back?
No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
Are you saying?
Can you return my memories to me?
Yeah, there it is.
But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences.
Always? But you've only been like here for 2 days or something. Since you reincarnated.
As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Is this the true meaning of Greater Lord Rukhtavata's words? A person can't erase themselves, and even though the original balladeer has gone, this person will live on in his place. Are a person's sins an inescapable part of their destiny too?
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well.
Are we about to throw down? What?
Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Ooh, pretty cutscene.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Don't be evil again.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here.
Oh, Doctor, I don't like you.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled. This is my...
Is he alright?
No, not when that's here. Is he about to get an animal vision right now? Yo, Venti. Come on, Venti. What? My traveler can't do that? Wait, how is this machine even alive?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
What? I actually have around 17,000 health. That beam won't actually kill me. Yo, Venti coming in clutch with the animal vision.
Die.
What? What do you mean die? We have to fight? I'm not doing that much damage. Wait, hold up. I'm not doing that much damage. He doesn't have animal damage bonus. Oh, crap. Wait, what artifacts is he using? Okay, alright. Nah, dude. What does that do?
At my command, you shall fall.
What? There's no healer! I guess I was supposed to fly up during that time, huh? No. You can't hit me. I'm too high up. How did that hit me? Oh my god. No, don't go down. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. How did you hit me? I was in the air. No, you die. Don't tell me I have to do this second phase too, cause...
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
Okay, the attitude's back.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
Are you good now, please?
Recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Yeah, sure. Me, myself, but not I. Oh god, I don't want to read that ever again.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
Actually, his name is the Wanderer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
You won't go by the Balladeer anymore?
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So,
yeah.
You're quitting the Fatui for good?
The only ones who know about you're the Sixth Harbinger now is the four of us in the room. Let's call it a tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Yeah.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from
Damn, that was cool.
existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
I guess, yes.
And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Well said, well said.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Nahida doesn't see you in that way.
Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered.
Thank you.
Including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in
That would be
Irminsul.
great.
What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well.
Thank you. Let's hope you can find some answers.
I will try.
Traveler.
Yes?
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you've changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
I didn't do all of this for reward. Please don't make it sound like I'm extorting you.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books.
Yep, Nahida's right.
This world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
He wants to be a real boy.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Damn, so much wisdom in these lines.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
I hope you can give Nahida a chance.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Is he just walking away? What? He just walked away! Come on, no, don't do it.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Oh my god, yes! Thank you.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you.
Oh my god, Paimon, come on.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
Huh? You want us to decide?
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Oh.
Have you got anything?
Why not just... Why can't I name you Scaramouche? Right? Wait, did that actually work?
I have no need for these names anymore.
Oh. Let me give...
Okay. Have you got...
No! They don't let me name you the Scaramouche. Okay. Bongo Head. Bongo Head. Yeah. No, you know what? No. Yeah, you know what? I'll call you Windblade. There you go.
Are you sure?
Okay, this is so stupid. Yes, I think this will do.
Right.
Windblade.
Say so.
Okay.
Now you have a name of your own.
Is it actually going to display?
What about a nickname? Are we done yet?
Still thinking.
It's okay, I got it, Paimon. He's named Windblade.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
What do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
Yes. Windblade will do that.
There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I guess, yeah.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
Fine, I guess, but... Okay.
No nonsense. I like it. Alright, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right, yeah.
But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
There were some bumps along the way, but it's all over now.
So we can finally go eat? Paimon is
Oh my god. Alright, Paimon.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Oh god, these two?
Got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
Okay, dude.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yep.
I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime.
Okay, dude, chill.
A story too long to
What?
a journey that you must walk to behold.
Oh, Windblade is not happy. Alright, we're back at the inn, I guess?
It's about time we had a break.
I guess so.
As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
I'll buy some delicious treats as a reward.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at that vase.
Oh yeah, it's still broken. What about it?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something?
Excuse me?
Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
That night we stayed here, Paimon bumped into the table after being startled by something to do with the balladeer and broke the vase. But the balladeer erased his existence. He changed the world, so why is this vase still broken? Oh my god.
You sound lost and confused.
Alice? Is that
I
you?
know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Who are you?
Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else...
Wait, is this Alice? I actually don't
A
know.
small animal runs into a tree trunk. Though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Or is it the unknown god? What is going on?
History
What?
does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
Okay, but who are you?
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
Believe my eyes? Does she mean I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up?
I mean, we can just do it by ourselves, but sure.
Just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
I wonder what else awaits me in the future. Wait, that's it? You're gonna end it there? Well, alright guys, that's the interlude chapter, which is the Scaramouche's quest, I guess? That ending was really weird. I don't know who the lady talking to us was. It could be... I thought it was Alice at first, because she sounded very familiar, but I actually have no idea. It could be like a teaser to Fontaine, like a god from Fontaine talking to us, but I got no idea. But that was an interesting quest. I'm glad Scaramouche or the Wanderer... Wait, is he called Windblading here, actually? He's actually... Oh no, I made a huge mistake. Oh, he's actually called Windblading here. Okay, so Windblade made a good comeback arc, right? Redemption arc. So that was very good. And now he's technically on our side, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this Archon quest. And I'm looking forward to more quests like this in the future. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day or evening wherever you are. Please consider liking and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video.